The Mesopotamian civilization is one of the earliest known civilizations in human history. Located in the Fertile Crescent between the Tigris and Euphrates rivers, modern-day Iraq, parts of Syria, and Kuwait. Mesopotamia is often referred to as the cradle of civilization because it was the birthplace of writing, cities, law codes, and organized religion. Mesopotamia means land between rivers in Greek. The region's rich alluvial soil and access to water allowed for productive agriculture. However, the rivers also caused frequent flooding, which required early developments in irrigation and flood control. Mesopotamian civilization spans thousands of years and is divided into several major periods and cultures. The Sumerians, c. 3500, 2000 BCE, founded the first city-states, for example, or Lagash. They created cuneiform writing. They built ziggurats, step temples. They invented the wheel, plow, and early mathematics. The Akkadians, c. 2334, 2154 BCE, were founded by Sargon of Akkad, who created the first empire in history. They unified northern and southern Mesopotamia. They blended Sumerian and Akkadian cultures. The Babylonians, c. 1894, 539 BCE, saw Babylon become a powerful city under Hammurabi, c. 1792, 1750 BCE. Hammurabi issued the famous Code of Hammurabi, one of the world's earliest legal codes. There were advances in astronomy, mathematics, and law. The Assyrians, c. 2500, 609 BCE, were a militaristic empire from northern Mesopotamia. They built a vast empire at its height under Ashurbanipal and others. They were known for iron weapons, chariots, and brutal warfare. They created a vast library in Nineveh. The Neo-Babylonians, c. 626, 539 BCE, saw a revival of Babylon under Nebuchadnezzar II. They built the Hanging Gardens, one of the seven wonders still debated. They were conquered by the Persian Empire in 539 BCE. Mesopotamian society was organized into city-states, each with its own king, army, and patron god. Governments were theocratic monarchies, where kings claimed divine authority. Society was hierarchical. Kings and priests, merchants and artisans, farmers and laborers, slaves, war captives or debtors. They built massive ziggurats as temples to the gods. The Code of Hammurabi, c. 1754 BCE, was one of the first written legal codes. It was based on retributive justice, an eye for an eye. Laws covered civil, criminal, and family matters. Kings were seen as agents of divine justice. They created detailed carvings, reliefs, cylinder seals, and mosaics. They built structures from mud bricks and reeds due to the lack of stone. Notable architectural forms included ziggurats, city walls, palaces, and temples. Art often depicted gods, kings, and mythological creatures. Mesopotamian city-states were vulnerable to invasion due to flat, open terrain. They succumbed to Persians, Greeks, and eventually Romans. Writing system and culture faded, though knowledge was preserved in some regions. They left a lasting legacy. Writing systems, cuneiform influenced others. Law codes, scientific methods, concepts of time, astronomy, and urban planning. Archaeological sites like Ur, Babylon, and Nineveh are key to understanding history, modern-day concepts of law, government writing, and science can trace roots back to Mesopotamia. They are studied extensively in archaeology, history, and anthropology. Would you like a comparison between Mesopotamia and other ancient civilizations like Egypt or the Indus Valley? Or a visual timeline or map of Mesopotamian empires?